All right, so let's knock out a little bit more of a review here. Start at number 20. The big thing to know for number 20 is if you have two tangents, again, where they'll intersect the circle once and they would keep going, then these two lengths have to be the same. So if that's 10, then this is 10. And that's all you really need to know. And I know this drawing here is a little bit rough, but picture's there. So in number 20, it says if QZ is 12, so this would be length 12, then this side would also have to be a length of 12. YX is 8, so then this is also 8 over here. XW is 9, so then this is also 9. And then it says UW is 18, so then that makes this part has to be 9, which means this part here has to be 9. Then it says SU is 15, so if that's 15, then 9 plus what has to equal 15? Well, 6. So that's got to be a 6 and a 6. And so what you'll do is just add up all of these numbers here, and it's going to add to 88. Your answer is D. So 21. You are standing at point B. You have the circle. The thing about this tangent is tangents also make a right angle. So now it's really easy to do this problem because now it's just a Pythagorean theorem problem. This is your radius that you're looking for. So r squared plus 12 squared equals 13 squared. Go ahead and solve for r. It's actually a Pythagorean triple, which means all whole numbers. So it's actually a 5, 12, 13. So when you do the algebra there, you'll find out that your radius is just 5. So the answer is B. 22. You have some diameters here, and they want you to find arc QW. So if this makes it, if it's a diameter, then it cuts the circle right in half, and it's 180 degrees. So that's 40 degrees, and that whole half of the circle has to add up to 180. So this angle here has to be 180 minus 40. So your answer is 140 degrees for the arc QW. 23. Find the area of the shaded region. We're going to use area of a sector formula, which is pi r squared. You take the area of the whole circle, and then you just multiply it by the percent you want, which is your central angle. Divided by 360. So in this case, it's going to be pi times 8 squared times 40 over 360. And so 8 squared is 64 times 40 divided by 360 equals 7.11 pi. It says use about 3.14, so it's for pi. So we're going to do this times 3.14. And I'm going to get 22.3 as my answer. 24, find the length of a 40-degree arc. Now they want the distance along the edge of the circle. So instead of using area of the circle, we're going to use circumference. So we'll take the whole circumference and then multiply it by the percent we want, which is 440 degrees out of the 360. And it says again to use, well, it does not say to use 3.14 plus, but so we'll simplify this. The radius is 4 times 40 over 360. 2 times 4 is 8. And then 8 times 40 is 320. So this is really like pi times 320 over 360. And 320 over 360 reduces down to 10 goes into each one of them. So you really have 32 over 36 pi. And then we can reduce that down because 4 goes into each one, so we get 8/9 pi is your answer. So C. 25. Find measure of arc ABD. And they tell us this angle here is 36. So what happens is that when the angle is on the circle, the arc it intercepts out here is twice that. So 36 times 2 is 72. And they want us to find angle C. So we got 72 degrees here. Well, look at this. They actually intercept even the same amount right here. So what happens is these angles have to be the same. So it's also 36. And we could have gotten that by doing 72 divided by 2. And we get 36 as well. So, all right. Moving forward to 26. So they give us this is a diameter that's going to cut the circle right in half. It says DAB are right angles, so I have a right triangle up here. I have a right triangle down here. ADB is 51 degrees, so that's right there. What is the measure of arc ACE? So they want from here all the way to here, so everything except this part right here. Well, this isn't so bad. All the angles in the triangle got to add up to 180. So minus 90 minus 51, and I'm going to get 39 degrees, which means this angle here is 39 degrees. And as we said in the last problem, if the angle is on the circle, we can double it. So the part we don't want here is 78 degrees, that distance right there. So measure of arc ABD, the whole thing we're looking for, equals 360, the whole circle, minus that part we don't want, minus 78. And so you get 292. No, 282 as your answer. All right. 27. The surface area. So what we have to do is add up all the sides. There's this front rectangle, 13 by 29. And then this is 15. So, first we'll find out what this front and back rectangle back here are, because those are the same lengths. If you want to think about. So that's that side in the front and that side in the back. Those are both 13 by 29 rectangles, and there's 2 of them. Okay? So 13 times 29 times 2 equals 754. Let's find out what these two sides are here. So those rectangle on the sides, those are the same. Those are a 15 by 13 rectangle. So 15 times 13, and there's 2 of them. So multiply that, you get 390. And then the only rectangles we did not add up yet are this bottom base here and this top base, which are both 29 by 15 rectangles, and there's 2 of those. So we multiply 29 times 15 times 2, which equals 870. And then we're going to add up all 3 of those, and that's going to give me my surface area. And you get 2014. Or is that a 25? Must be a 25 in that diagram. Double checking my measurements. Something seems a little weird. I bet it's a 25 instead of a 29. But that is how you do the problem, so I must have just used the wrong number. Anyways, 28. Sorry about that. Find the surface area of the cylinder. So to find the surface area, we have to add, we have both those bases. I have the circle bottom and the circle top, plus the rectangle, like a soup can label, that actually makes up the lateral area, which is your circumference times your height, because this is the bottom edge of your rectangle, that distance around the circle. So we're going to take pi r squared plus pi r squared plus the area of this rectangle, which is 2 pi r times h. So I'm just going to plug in those values. 2 is my radius, so pi times 2 squared plus pi times 2 squared plus 2 pi times 2 times my height, which looks to be about 5.3. It's kind of not drawn in the best. So when you put all that together, the answer to 28 is C. So you get 92. All right, 29. Find the surface area of the lateral faces. Well, on the regular pyramid below. Well, the base is just a 14 by 14 square, so you can find the area of that really easily. And the triangle on the side actually give you all the information you need for that too. They give you the slant height, which is 12. So you're really looking at this triangle where the height is 12 and then the base is 14. So the area is 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 of 14 times 12. So 7 times 12 is 84, and there's 4 of those. And so you get 336 when you add all that together. Because there's 4 of those, and each one had an area of 84. So D, so they just wanted the lateral areas. If they wanted the surface area with the base, you would have added in 14 times 14, so you would have found that square in the bottom. 30. Find the surface area of the right cone below. Well, you have this circle base, plus you have this lateral area of the cone, the sides. So this is pi r squared, plus pi times r times your slant height, actually. So we'll do pi times 4 squared plus pi times 4 times 7. And when we do that, we get 16 pi plus 28 pi equals 44 pi. So the answer is B. 31. Find the volume of the rectangular prism. Well, volume is just the area of base times the height. So the area of that base is a 4 by 3 square times our height. I'm sorry, 4 by 3 rectangle. And then that gives you the area of the base, and then the height of the figure is 2. So you should just multiply all those things together, length times width times height, and you get 24. 32. It's a cylinder, and you just got to find the area of the base times the height. Well, the area of the base is a circle, so it's pi r squared. So it's pi times 6.5 squared times our height times 8. Put that all together, and you get, for 32, you get the answer is C, which is 1061.9 when you plug in your value for pi. That's enough for part 3.